Jonathan Hale was a name everyone in New York knew, a billionaire real estate tycoon, owner of gleaming towers and luxury hotels, a man whose schedule was tighter than a bank vault. But despite all his wealth, he had one thing he never made time for: his only son, Evan. Evan was 12. Quiet, creative, loved drawing superheroes and building tiny wooden cities, hoping one day his dad might look at them and smile. But Jonathan was always in a meeting, always on a call, always too busy. Every birthday, every school play, every weekend trip, Jonathan missed them all. Police car light the call that changed everything one December evening. While Jonathan was closing a multi-million-dollar deal in his penthouse boardroom, his phone buzzed repeatedly. Annoyed, he finally answered. "Mr. Hale, this is St. Mary's Hospital. It's about your son. You need to come immediately." Jonathan felt the floor disappear beneath him. He rushed through traffic, his hands shaking on the wheel. When he reached the hospital, the doctor's face already said everything. Evan had suffered a sudden and severe brain aneurysm. He had only 6 hours left. Jonathan's world shattered. Hourglass not done. Hour 1. Regret. Jonathan stepped into the dim ICU room. His son lay small and fragile, machines humming beside him. He whispered, "Evan, Dad is here." But inside, guilt burned. He realized he had never even spent 6 uninterrupted hours with his son. Not once. Not in 12 years. Hourglass not done. Hour 2. Apology. Jonathan held Evan's cold hand. "Buddy, I'm so sorry. I always thought providing you everything meant I was being a good father," he said, choking. "But I wasn't there. I wasn't present. I missed everything that mattered." Tears dripped onto the sheets. Hourglass not done. Hour 3. Memories he never made. Jonathan looked around the room and saw Evan's sketchbook beside the bed. Page after page of drawings. A father and son building cities together, traveling together, laughing together. Memories Evan wanted, but never got. Jonathan pressed the book to his chest and cried for the first time in 20 years. Hourglass not done. Hour 4. A father's promise. Jonathan began talking to Evan. "Even though doctors said he couldn't hear, I bought you every toy, every gadget, but all you wanted was my time." He promised aloud, "If you wake up, I will change everything. I'll walk away from all of it, just to be your dad." The monitors beeped softly, unchanged. Hourglass not done. Hour 5. The final gift. A nurse placed a folded letter into Jonathan's hands. "We found this in Evan's backpack," she said. It read, "I know Dad is busy saving the world with his buildings. I just hope one day he has time to save me too. That I want to show him my drawings. That I want him to be proud." Jonathan broke. The letter felt like a knife straight into his soul. Hourglass not done. Hour 6. The goodbye. The last hour passed like a storm inside Jonathan's heart. He climbed into the hospital bed, gently lifted Evan into his arms, and held him close. Something he had not done since Evan was a toddler. He whispered every regret, every apology, every unspoken love he'd buried beneath money and worked. At exactly 3:42 a.m., the machine let out a long, flat beep, and Jonathan Hale, the man who owned half the city, lost the only thing money could never buy back. But Evan's death did something no boardroom ever could. Jonathan shut down half his businesses. He opened a massive children's hospital in Evan's name, offering free treatment, no matter the family's wealth. He spent the rest of his life fighting for every child he wished he could have saved. Jonathan often stood in the hospital garden, looking up at the sky and saying, "Evan, I'm finally the man you wanted me to be." And in those quiet moments, he felt, just for a second, that his son was smiling back.